नामप्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये Come. When we say truth, we normally take it as some phenomenon, some instance, some happening, and some perception. Isn't it? Someone asks you, what did you eat? It says, I ate 4 chapatis or 3 bananas. They might have eaten 4 bananas and 3 chapatis. What we think as truth is all events, phenomenon, happening. The apparent reality. But that is not what truth is. Truth, the synonymous for truth is existence. What exists is truth. That which exists. Are you all keeping up with your vows? Huh? Yes or no? Something? Huh? Some of you are not? Do you remember the 5 points we discussed yesterday? What are the 5 points? Huh? Forgiveness, sincerity, compassion, contentment, and truth. Hmm? Did this five principle came up in today's during the day course? Huh? Did you sometime forgive what happened? Forgive yourself and forgiven someone else? Did you all do that? Situations have been created for you to do this. Huh? Practical. Don't think the Gita is just talk just this 1 hour, 2 hours. It is just consolidating, summarizing in the evening. But the discourse is happening throughout the day. It is not ending. See that? It begins and summarizes in the evening. We summarize them. Just intellectually put a little understanding on it. But it continues. The process has begun. The ball is set rolling. Did you forgive yourself and forgive others? Were you sincere in whatever you were doing? One gentleman came and said, Guruji, I feel so lazy to apply soap to all parts of my body. And today I noticed that I am doing this every day. I take soap and apply one day face, one day hands, one day shoulders. I don't apply soap all over my body. I take partial bath. And this is the first time I really recognized this, noticed it. I used to feel ashamed of it. That is sincerity. Sincerity, if you were insincere doing something, accepting that I have been insincere is sincerity. Not giving judgments for it, not giving explanation for it, not justifying oneself, but yes, I was insincere. That then you have become that very moment we have. And then compassion. Were you compassionate towards yourself and others? Huh? Were you contented with what is and what was happening around you? Huh? Contentment. And did you remember the truth that all things are changing? Truth is what? This will all go. This body will change. This universe will change. The circumstances will change. Situation will change. Couple of weeks ago you were sitting in the same place, maybe with showers of rain on your head. Now you have got a roof above the head. This will change. Did you ever, during the course of the day, remind yourself, this will all change. All this changes. All this changes. Hmm? Pleasant to unpleasant, unpleasant to pleasant. These cycles go on. Did we remind this? This is truth. Hmm? Did you remember that something in me is untouched by time? Time comes and goes. I stay forever. Changes happen in the body and they go and disappear. But I go on forever. Hmm? Yesterday, an example came into the mind. You see, you go and stand in the beach. What happens? A wave comes and lashes at your feet. And then when the wave recedes, it takes some mud underneath your feet. But nothing happens to your feet. Just the mud from underneath the feet is taken out, carried away. Same thing happens with the time. Time comes and lashes on you and takes a little bit of mud underneath your feet and walks away. It can't do any damage to you. Reminding ourselves of this. That is truth. Did we do that? Hmm? Yes or no? Hmm? That is a sadhaka, a practitioner. Is what? One who has total agreement from inside. Hmm? That's why Jesus gave the vow of poverty to people. Buddha gave begging bowl into the hands of people, the monks and the nuns. What is the purpose behind that? Your ego is crushed when you want to ask, when you have to beg for something. Then where is the ego? Ego is dissolved. You come to totally rely on that unseen power which governs the entire creation. Not somebody is feeding you, not somebody is clothing you, not somebody is taking care of your health, not the doctor, but some divinity, some unseen. And your needs are fully taken care. And you have been loved very dearly. This reminder softens you. This reminder does miracle around you, changes your life. This reminder brings plenitude around you. No lack for you. Nothing becomes lacking. That is the complete letting go. You know, our hold is not on big things. We are not holding big things. Our hold is on small, little things around us. We are holding on to some straws here and there. But you are given something that's immensely valuable, very precious. So in order to take something very precious, our mind has to know that the hands are full with straws, good for nothing. Letting go. That letting go is the nectar, is the ambrosia. Ambrosia is being offered to you and you are holding on to some poison ivy. You don't have to make an effort, just wake up. Ashtavakra says, continues. Na prithvi, na jalam, na agnir, vayur, dyaurnava bhavan. Esham sakshinam atmanam chidrupam vidhi muktaye. The five senses have 5 dimensions in the universe. They operate, we can classify the entire universe as 5 elements. Smell and the earth element, taste, tongue and the water element, touch, air element, sound, ether element, and shapes and forms, fire element. Light, fire, all things. Is there any sixth beyond this in the world? No, only 5 elements, 5 senses, 5 dimensions. Now each of these 5 elements is present in each other in a very small way, subtle way. Like this body is made up of 5 elements. The world universe is of course made up of 5 elements. So also this body. So also this mind. Our mind is made up of 5 subtle elements. And it's a natural law. They take their turns. One dominates at some time, and then the other dominates, then the third dominates, fourth dominates, fifth dominates. They take their turn and dominate, and nothing remains dominant forever. Rain comes, you can't stop the rain. Wind blows, you can't stop the wind. Sun shines, you can't stop the sun. It's all happening. And they have a subtle control in the mind. All these 5 elements reign in the mind also. It's very interesting. When they reign in the mind, different moods and sensations come up in the mind also. It's a very precious knowledge. Mainly 5 types of sensations arise and modes. One is the sensation feeling of consolidation, heaviness, earth element. Fiery feeling, feverishness, fire element. Movement, want to run away. You get the sensation, I should run away, go somewhere. Observe what is happening. The air element is dominant. Lot of anger, tightness, burning sensation. What is happening? Fire element is dominant. Togetherness, feeling of consolidation, oneness. Flowing feeling, floating feeling, water element, raining. Fear, love, discomfort and total comfort, ether element. Different elements reign in the system and create such different sensations, feelings, emotions and actions in the body. Person is sitting very quiet. The moment air element starts raining, he cannot sit quiet. He starts moving his hand, body, getting up and moving around here, there, meaningless. You know, some people sit and they go on making like this, shaking their hands, shaking their legs. Have you seen people sitting and shaking their heads? Air element predominant in the system. Overtaking air element. You are sitting quiet and somebody walks into your room and then immediately fire starts happening. It comes right from within the head and you want to shout at them. What has happened? Fire element has reigned in somebody and they come in and then the fire element catches on to you there. You are ready and the fire element is reigning now. You find yourself in a lot of anger. You wonder, why did I do like this? But you are totally taken to a surprise by the fire element. Ether element. You walk into a place of meditation. There is akasha, there is space. Immediately you feel space down. People come and sit in the Shakti Kuti. Acharya said, oh, I have all questions I've forgotten. Questions mind becomes blank. What has happened? ether element. The space is dawning, is dominant. When we get carried away by all these elements, when we identify ourselves with them, you shouted angrily and then you say, oh, I got angry, I am a very angry person, I shouldn't have done this, I did this. We got identified with it. Oh, I feel so heavy, I shouldn't be feeling like this, I have to get rid of it. You have identified yourself with that state of mind. State of body and the state of mind both. See, these things are points of the silence program. The more you go into silence program, several silence, you will be able to appreciate what I am saying right now. In silence you can very clearly observe is happening. Na prithvi, na jalam, na agnir, na vayur, na bhavan. Dyaur, na bhavan. You are none of these 5 elements. And know that none of the elements stays for all the time. If you are observing, they stay for the time they must stay and they go away, they change. But ignorance of this, then a particular element can continue on for long period of time. Because you are not letting it go, you are trying to hold them back. That is bondage. In fact, nothing is binding you. You are binding that which is moving. This is the fun. The irony of it is, the elements are not binding you, you are binding them. A fly is trying to get out of your room and then you are holding on to, no, don't go from the room, you are shutting the door. Something want to escape, but you don't want it to move, you are trying to control. You are binding them, in fact it's the other way around. Esham sakshinam atmanam chidrupam viddhi muktaye. Freedom is when you see that I am just a witness of all this that is happening. All states of mind is temporary. All states of mind is temporary. If you could witness with this, Chidrupam Vidyamukti, I am just pure consciousness, untouched, unstained by events, unstained by any event, any happening. Pure like the space. When this becomes well-founded, then you are totally liberated. And when this is possible, right now. यदि देहं पृथक्कृत्य चिति विश्राम्य तिष्ठति अधुनैव सुखी शांतो बंधमुक्तो भविष्यति. यदि देहं पृथक्कृत्य चिति विश्राम्य तिष्ठति. If, there is a beautiful if. If you could see this body is part of this earth, this body is part of the air, ether and the water, a separation happens. If you could separate that, a sense of separation, or a sense of totalness, total belongingness. Chiti Vishramya Tishtati, if you could relax your mind, if the energy in you is at rest, is at peace. Adhu naiva sukhi shanto, right now, this very moment itself, you are happy. You will be the most happiest person. You will be most peaceful, settled. Bandha mukto bhavishyati. You are free this very moment. At any moment, you just relax totally. Let go. That very moment you are peaceful. You know, at a particular moment when the fire element is rising, someone comes and they are not going to give you any good news. They are going to say something that will create more fire and more disturbance, and it is not going to be true. It will not be true. Even if there is any truth in it, it's nothing as it is being told or exaggerated to you. Very simple. And further we will see how, if you have control over these inner elements in you, if you say let there be clouds, and there will be clouds. If you say let there be sun, and there is no way that the sun cannot be there. Let the rain stop, it has to, because the main switch is in the self. Main switch is here, inside. The entire universe is just an expression, projection of the being, of the self. I'm not telling, okay, you do this, don't get into that confusion, okay, I'm going to mastery over that, then I'll control everything. There is nothing to control, everything is already happening in the self, by the self, with the self, for the self. That is total freedom. Adu naiva sukhi shanto bandha mukto bhavishyati. Right this very moment, you are free. You can be happy right now. What are you looking for to be happy? Tomorrow, day after, the enlightenment is going to dawn on me. One day, God's grace is going to dawn, pour into my head, like the rain here. I heard the other day, People were eating and a leg came out of the ceiling. Somebody's leg was sticking out of the roof. They went up to put some sheets. God's grace is not going to come to you like that one day. Take you as a surprise. See, here I am going to give you a grace. Something is going to happen to you. Adhu naiva sukhi shanto. Right this moment, be peaceful. Hands up. Right this moment. You walk feeling you are free. Move like a cloud. You know how a cloud moves? Smooth. You walk on the mud, but let the mud not touch your feet. Let the mud not bury your feet. Walk like a moving cloud. Move like a cloud. Move in this world like a cloud. White cloud. Can move through any trees, any mountain, anything. Our botherations are very small, very silly, very little. We are not bothered about what is happening in the whole universe. Are you bothered what is happening in the whole universe? How many stars are bursting off? How many worlds are dissolving into nothingness? And how many new are being created? We are not worried about that, are we? Are you worried about what is happening in your own solar system? Halley's comet is coming, some other comet may be coming. That is not a worry, it's just an exciting news. Are you worried about this state of this very planet? What is happening here? Some are, yes, to some extent. If you are determined to worry, worry big. Worry big what will happen in so many thousands of years. What is happening to this entire universe? What is the fate of its future? If at all I had to come back, where shall I come? If you want to make some decision, make on that. Big. The moment even worry becomes big, it becomes joy. Nalpe sukhamasti yovai bhuma tat sukham. That which is big is joyful. Whatever is small is never a joy. There is no joy in something that is tiny. And you don't find joy in something tiny because you are big. So if you are frustrated, you are very lucky. Who will not be frustrated? Huh? Who will not be frustrated? One who is not aware of big. One who feels that small is itself is enough. And one who knows that one is big. Both will not be frustrated. So if frustration steps in between, be happy.